What's up, you damn plebeians? Neil with the Balding Plebs. Joined here by my brother.
Mr. fucking YouTube. Baby.
Hey, Mr. fucking YouTube, I got a question for you. Remember way back when I said I had a game I wanted to show you, and you said if it wasn't good, I wasn't going to survive, you're going to throw me into the dungeon and lock me up forever? And then I showed you Blasphemous, and you said I could live for another week. Remember that?
Ah, yes, you pleased my lord.
Okay.
Very
well.
well.
If it pleases my lord, I would like to look at the digital deluxe edition for Blasphemous. So, first of all, Blasphemous, as we know, 2D, Metroidvania, brutal style game.
Yeah.
That
actually plays pretty well. We played the demo. I like a lot about it. I can nitpick it here and there, don't get me wrong, but I
think
do
we can
like it
nitpick
overall.
Every game, though.
You can.
Yes. So you like the game overall. Tell me, from what we've seen from Blasphemous so far, what are you most excited for?
I think for me in most games it's environmental and level design that I like the most. We've seen, a lot of 2D games over the last, let's just say 5 years, right? Whether it's, I just got done playing Bloodstained Ritual of the Night. You look at Hollow Knight, Dead Cells, games like that. These games had really good combat, and so I think 2D combat in and of itself has been done pretty good in a lot of games, right? And so for me, I need more than that. I need an environment. I need a world. I need a
living, breathing experience.
For me, it's like I want to have an environment that I want to explore, right? I want to get 100% of the map. That's key for me. So,
didn't you do that in Bloodstained?
I did, and I think that's what I'm hoping for here. And I've seen a lot of good stuff. I'm a big pixel art fan. Love that style of game. So, I like what I see, and I'm hoping that environment's going to draw me in.
Cool. The Digital Deluxe Edition just announced recently here. And let's talk about what we get. First of all, of course, we get the base game. You get, and I have to assume, remember, this is all digital now, so there's no physical goods. You get the original soundtrack, full game soundtrack. You get a, and I quote, 200-page digital art book. A 200-page digital art book. For comparison, usually the booklets that we get in anime premium editions or a lot of collector's editions are in the 35 to 75 page range. Granted, they're physical, you can put them on display, sometimes they're hardback, sometimes they're not. This is 200 pages of artwork. You get a digital comic. I don't know anything about it, but you do get a digital comic. And then you also get a alternate character skin, Alloy of Sin. Alright, so let's talk about it. Obviously, base game's $24.99. That's what the game's dropping at.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you, right off the bat, I'm going to give you $5 on the soundtrack, and I'm going to give you $5 on the art book. Because I feel like that's fair. Especially you're talking digital deluxe. You want to get that full experience.
Yeah.
So you got the game, you got your soundtrack.
Right, so if they gave you everything else in here for $10, you got this for $34.99, would you be happy?
If I paid $34.99 for this,
like
I'd be happy.
200 pages are 200 pages, even if it's digital, like 200 screens of art.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't commission somebody to draw you 200 pictures, digital or not, for $10. Like you couldn't.
I don't think you could either. So that's what I mean.
Full soundtrack, right?
Yeah, yeah. And I mean, to be honest, the ambient music and just the background music and everything in this game, from what we've experienced just in the demo, had me hooked.
Yeah, I thought it was good too. So, like I said, if you gave $10 for all that extra stuff, $34.99, would you think that's fair?
What about the digital comic? What do you get for that?
I'm lumping it all together, $10.
Everything together, $10. $34.99, not a penny more.
Not a penny more.
So
not a penny
if
more.
I were to show you, let me just ask you a few questions here because we always do this.
$199.99.
No, $299.99. I'm kidding. No, now see, if Dick Ryder were here, he would say it was worth it. Because he'd get $10 for the skin, $10 for the comic, $100 for the art book because it's art, and $100 for the soundtrack, $10 a track, minimum. And then the base game, of course, he would get $35.99 for it because Dick Ryder. But Dick Ryder's not here.
Okay, so what would you say?
Let me give you my honest opinion. If somebody were to show me this for $39.99, I would not be disappointed if I was hyped to the moon for Blasphemous.
Yeah, I'm $34.99 maximum, not a penny more.
If somebody were to show you $34.99, you'd be okay with that?
I wouldn't buy it, but I wouldn't be like, I think it's not.
You wouldn't title the video "Do not buy Blasphemous Digital Deluxe Edition is trash."
No.
You would title it a fair value, something like that.
It's a fair value.
Are you ready to check out the Digital Deluxe Edition? The reveal of the price.
Sure, show it to me.
Cool. Digital Deluxe Edition drops at $34.16.
Complete the set to receive a 10% reduction. Is that their 10% reduction? Or what?
I'm going to assume so. Because you complete your set, you get all this stuff. $34.16.
So it's probably around that $38.99 price is what it is.
Probably something like that, yep.
Alright guys, so you look at it, base game is $24.99, so you're literally paying $9 more here.
Yeah.
Right? What are you getting? 200 pages of art. Digital art, but art nonetheless. For people like me that can't draw, it's still pretty great.
Yep.
Comic, I wish you'd say how long it was, or if the comic was like a fully developed.
I do too. I wish I'd
sometimes
give
you just get like those. The problem with some of those comics is you get like those. They're like,
3-page turns, and they're like, oh, buy the actual product from Dark Horse or from these guys or from those guys.
I'm not sure, but you do get the OST too. I mean, a lot of times you're going to see these digital deluxe editions, or you're going to see them sell the soundtrack separately for $9.99 for a lot of these games.
Yeah.
So I do think the value is fair here. I don't know personally if I buy this, but the value is fair. Yeah.
I don't think this is a ripoff at all.
It is not.
In fact, like I said before, I'm at the point where $40 for this. If I'm hyped to the moon, I feel like I get my full set. But even at that $34.16 or $35 price, I'm good with that. Like I feel good about that price.
Yeah, and I do too. Again, like I said, 200 pages, guys, for that digital art book. Like you got to feel. I mean, where are you going to commission 200 pages of art?
When was the last? Let me ask you this:
digital or otherwise?
When was the last time we got a 200-page art book ever?
Yeah,
maybe in one or two of my anime premium editions ever.
So what I saw, on their Kickstarter, they had this that if you kickstarted at like $60 or something, a higher tier backer, you'd get a physical art book with a lot of different concept art and original animations and stuff, or original designs, whether they used them or not. So some of that stuff I think is really cool to see. You can see how a game is prototyped and how it's kind of goes from conception to through different iterations.
I've always been fascinated by stuff like that,
which is really neat. I know even when we write and stuff too, we start with an idea, we'll work on it, and all of a sudden it kind of morphs into something different. So you have this base thought, right? Mm-hmm. And it kind of morphs.
You plant your seed, and now let's watch this tree grow.
And it's neat to see how that happens. Yep. So I wonder if that's going to be what's in some of this art book, which is kind of neat, honestly.
Yeah, I think we have a lot of. I think there's plenty of hype going into Blasphemous release, and anybody that's looking at this game and saying, you know what, I don't even know if you're taking a chance on this game. I think they're saying, I'm going to play this game because it looks so damn good. It's, it's bringing that visceral combat. It's bringing that brutality to the table. And while I'm at it, you know what? I'm going to pick up the soundtrack. I'm going to pick up this comic. I'm going to pick up the art book. And I'm going to get a alternate skin for my character.
I'll tell you what, right now, and I think I mentioned this to you the other day, the most disappointing thing about this for me is its release date.
Yeah.
Coming literally 3 days after Monster Hunter World. Iceborne.
This should have come out 2 months ago.
As somebody that's already playing Iceborne, you're thinking, well, if I buy this is going to sit in my queue, right?
Yep.
And so I'm probably better off.
I don't play it till February or January.
I don't get to this till mid-November at the earliest, and maybe try to squeeze it in before Final Fantasy VII, Cyberpunk, and the big hitters coming out next year.
Yeah.
And that's the big issue here. You have that dead zone in the summer when something like this can and should be released.
And it was such a terrible dead zone. This
is one of the worst dead zones we've ever seen. We had nothing this summer.
Scraping.
Praise the Lord that we found Bloodstained.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we've had nothing all summer, and now we're finally getting back into gaming. Yeah. And like I said, for me, and this is what I've been talking with you about over the last couple of days, is just this. I don't think they could have picked a worse release date. Like, you look at the entire fucking calendar, and this is probably the release date that you the least want, at least if you're me.
Well, I think anytime you release a game, you release it alongside a monster release like Iceborne, which is exactly what it is. I think you know what you're getting yourself into, and I think if they come out of it on the other side and do very well, it'll speak to not only the character of the development team, but the quality of the game as well. So I actually want to see this do really well, because I want to see more games like this in the future.
Yeah. Yeah,
Personally, it's a great chance for them to persevere and make themselves look great.
Yeah,
along the way.
And I'm with you too. Like, I mean, you look at these 2D Metroidvania games, maybe like a Hollow Knight or something like that, that I think is a very critically acclaimed game, stands on its own. I mean, there are times I want to play Hollow Knight over just about any AAA title that's out there, but
which also speaks to the quality of AAA games.
Yeah, true, but you know, at the same point too, you wish that I am somebody that is a completionist. I like to sink my teeth into a game, right? I don't like to have 3 or 4 different games going at the same time, because I never finish any of them when I have that. So it's kind of one of those things where it's like, fuck.
Why couldn't this have come out in July? We had nothing to do.
I mean, I was playing free-to-play Dauntless in July. I was so fucking bored.
Yeah, true.
Seriously,
True.
people.
True.
Jurassic World Alive on my phone. I was actually going outside and taking a walk. I was
You were
so bored.
spending quality time with me.
Ugh.
I know. I was sick too. But let's get our final thoughts. Blasphemous Digital Deluxe. Game. 200-page digital art book. Digital comic. OST. Alloy of Sin. Character skin.
Very, very fair. Very fair value.
Yeah, I think the $34, $35 value on this is great. I think if you're super hyped for this game and you push it to 40 or whatever the hell it is without the discount, I think you're still okay.
Yeah, this is a fair value.
Yeah, I do. I agree. I want to see what the plebs think down in the comments. You guys give us your thoughts. Let us know. Like the video if you enjoyed the honest breakdown and our discussion that we just had here. And we'll see each and every one of you right here next time for more content like this. And remember, if you like our content, be sure to tweet to developers, tweet to your friends, and share it on your social media platforms. Take us home.
I think you've got another great opportunity to pick yourself up a digital deluxe edition with Blasphemous. You're welcome.
Hey, shout out to Jaws, brand new patron on Patreon. GG, you plebs.